morning and welcome to ABC in the Morning Live here on ABC News GH with me, ABENA MANTE. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Today is a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 14th day of January 2026. 14th day, and so we are 14 days out of the 31 days of January. The month has been steadily moving on, and I hope it's been great for you. This morning, I'd remind you what I always remind you of: to keep your head up, to keep hope and faith alive, and not to relent in your pursuit of happiness. Very important. And so please, as you go about your days today, remember to keep your head up, okay? Do not let anything cast you down. Let nothing cast you down at all. Please and please again. This morning we're streaming on Facebook and we're also streaming on YouTube. And so if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, you haven't subscribed to our Facebook page yet, please, I implore you to do so. Subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube pages, and also tap on that bell button to turn on the post notification of the pages so that anytime we are live, you will be the first to notify. Additionally, we'll be posting all of the conversations there so that even after the show, you can still enjoy what we have for you on ABC in the morning and our other shows that we show here on ABC News GH. We really appreciate your support all this while, and do well to share the link, share the stream with your friends and your loved ones so that they also know what we are doing here on ABC News GH. Our socials at ABC News GH _ Instagram, X, TikTok. Interact with us there. Would love to hear from you. Have any birthday wish, you have any special wish you want to send to your friends, your family, your loved ones, get into our DMs, slide into our DMs and send us those wishes and their pictures, and we'll do well to wish them on your behalf. Our website is www.abcnewsgh.com, www.abcnewsgh.com. You get all the news in real time on our website, and you can enjoy everything that we have for you here. We have a lot of conversations for you today on the show. On our front story, we're taking a look at the rising road accidents in the country. Just yesterday, road accidents again were recorded. Just in Accra here at Anya, somebody was knocked down his motorcycle, and that was the end of his life. We'll be talking to the National Road Safety Authority to speak to understand what measures they are putting in place. You would recall that at the start of the year we spoke with them. They outlined so many measures, the things they were going to do from their outfit concerning our road safety. But it seems that the things happening are so at par. They're so parallel to what the Ghana Road Safety said they were going to do. They are divergent. The road safety's work and then the accidents we are witnessing, the accidents occurring, so divergent. They're not in the same. They do not seem to align at all. They do not align, and this is worrying. This is distraughting, and so we will take a look at that today on the show. We'll bring you some conversations on our main discussion. The conversation about LGBTQ+ is in the news again. It's in the news again. The minority has raised some red flags over the alleged inclusion in SHS Teachers Manual, and we understand that the NACC NACA has withdrawn the document. We'll take a look at that. Yesterday in court, we understand that the determination of the Pandai seats will be made on January 28th. January 28th, court will rule on the Pandai seat. And so all eyes on the Supreme Court. A lot of people had expected that the determination would have been made yesterday. But court says that January 28th. We'll have conversations about that. And we'll take a look at the NPP. The day before yesterday, former minister, Professor Frimpong Boateng, celebrated surgeon in the country, was on Channel 1 TV. He was in a one-on-one conversation with Bernard Avle where he spoke about the NPP. It was not pleasant. He was not happy about what was happening within the New Patriotic Party, and said he did not even consider himself a member of the current NPP, because this is an NPP that goes against everything that the original NPP stands for. Yesterday, the NPP released a statement signed by its General Secretary, Justin Frimpong Kodua, said they were beginning some processes to remove Dr. Frimpong Boateng from the party, and so they were going to expel him. But you know the interesting thing I read on social media? Well, if somebody says, I do not associate with you anymore, the person has voluntarily withdrawn from you, and you say that you are sacking the person, who suffers? That's one of the things I was reading. But also it raises concerns that the NPP is suffering, looking at the internal politics, how they lost the elections, and so you need the numbers, and politics is a numbers game. When you go for elections, it's numbers you need, and you say that you are expelling somebody. Why? Well, you need the numbers. Why are you expelling the person? Justin Frimpong Kodua says that left to him alone, he would have expelled him long ago, but he has to go through the processes. And so Frimpong Boateng will be expelled from the party. They are beginning processes. But Professor Frimpong Boateng too says he's not leaving. It's quite interesting. I look forward to appreciating all of these things. But the NPP statement on expelling him also feels like a contradiction, okay, to its statement sometime last year when it said it was giving some amnesty to members who had left the party. And so if you want the numbers and you are sacking one person, where do we find the balance? These are some of the conversations we'll be having on our main discussion this morning on ABC in the morning. We'll be speaking with Jewonu Boli, who is the Acting Deputy Executive Director of Operations for Complementary Education Agency, and also Manasseh Atabuahene, a communications team member for the NPP. We'll have conversations with them today. But you know, ultimately, we'll have conversations with you, where you will call us on 053-916-1609, 053-916-1609, and share your thoughts with us on the conversations we'll be having today on the show. I'd look forward so much to speak with you on that. Additionally, the sports team will be here. They will bring us the latest in the world of sports. Yesterday, before we left ABC in the morning, Soti mentioned that many of the pre-match presses would be held yesterday. We understand all of them have been held, and so we look forward to what he brings us concerning the ongoing AFCON. Very slowly, we are inching to the end of the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations. Today, there will be 2 semi-final matches. We look forward to those matches, and so I will be looking forward to the sports team coming and bring us the latest happening at the AFCON. We also know that Ghanaian international Antoine Semenyo has started on a good foot at his new club at Manchester City. We'll also look forward to what the sports team brings us about him and all other things happening in the world of sports. And so today we have a very packed show for you, and we look forward to having you come along with us here on ABC in the morning, live on ABC News GH. We're coming to you live from our studios at the Goldmont Street and Trade Fair, Accra. And so come along with us. Let's have a great show today here on ABC News GH. For my viewers who reside within La, you know, our studios are situated in La. If you reside within La, I look forward to having you call and share your thoughts with us. Very soon, one day very soon, you see us in your midst, and we'll have a great show with you. But thank you, good people of La, for receiving us and giving us a very great and welcoming atmosphere here in La, where ABC News GH is. Again, I am ABENA MANTE. It's a great day, it's a great show. Come along with us. Right after the break, we bring you our front story.
To do my day jollof.
Oh, Kwame,
You know our secret, right?
Yeah. Yes, me. I've got it.
Now add your Gino Jollof mix.
The perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time. And there you have it, your original Ghana Jollof.
Jollof so cool.
Jollof so cool. Tasty, yeah.
What is going on here?
Enjoy Jollof the Ghana way. Gino Jollof is made with a perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rent back with the beer open. Come on, come see what? Wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telecel Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in and start winning in the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Amacho, sister man ko. When is campaign? Sister man ko. If you're baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto echiaka. Inti enne, wono ba no mpe baby amobeda. Oh no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the date, the event, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut, and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
You're welcome back. You're still watching ABC in the morning live here on ABC News GH. On our front story, we take a look at road accidents. The year has started 14 days into the year, and not a day goes by where we do not hear of an accident on our roads. Heartbreaking, because lives are lost, families are losing their loved ones. The carnage on the road is just too much. Unfathomable. Not only are lives lost, the injured are just so many. Road accidents affect every aspect of our lives. If somebody you know encounters a road accident and sustains severe injuries, that could be life altering. And so it means that out of empathy and out of love, you'd also need to adjust your life to suit whatever they're going through. So many people have been in road accidents, have been involved in road accidents, and they've been left crippled. They've lost an arm, they've been maimed. And so it's an extra burden on themselves to have to reorient themselves and find a way of living with that disability. Their families also have to reorient and accommodate them. Apart from that, the financial constraint on them. There are so many things that can be avoided if our roads are safe. Road accidents can be avoided, and people can go about their daily activities safer and without incidents. Road accidents are really heartbreaking. You watch the videos and you're heartbroken. You see the visuals and it's just too much. Somebody says, they tell their family, I'm going to this area, I'll be back in a jiffy, and that is it. Because of the nature of our roads, over speeding, so many factors that come to play when it comes to road accidents. Yesterday when we spoke with the Ghana National Fire Service, one of the things the Suhum PRO mentioned was that drivers, please take it easy on the roads, so that you can take your passengers and come back safely. And very important, our drivers know, they know the nature of our roads. I mean, it's not their fault that the roads are still the way they are. Drivers have been talking about it over and over again. There was a time drivers hinted at increasing their fares because they said the roads were bad, the nature of the roads were bad. And so they know the nature of the roads. However, some of them do not take it easy on the roads. Our duty bearers, the same roads are killing us. The same roads are maiming us. The same roads are taking a lot away from us. Just yesterday, I was speaking with my mom, and it turns out in my neighborhood, not too long ago, a lady who sells along the road, a car veered off the road, ran into her. She did not die, but she sustained injuries. Just before the year ended, again, a car lost its brake, ran into people who were selling. One died. We've heard and seen this over and over and over and over again. The year started 14 days into the year. The accidents on the Accra-Kumasi road, so many. Yesterday alone, an accident at Commander, and 7 dead. An accident at Anya leaves 1 dead. One life lost is one life too many. One life lost is just one life too many. how much more the numbers that we are recording. It's very heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I do not want to imagine what families are going through. Let's have some conversation. The head of corporate affairs for the National Road Safety Authority is Sambiat Redu. She joins us. Good morning and thank you for your time.
Good morning, my dear. I'm so happy to join this morning.
We are glad to have you too. Thank you for making the time for us. It's been 14 days into the year already. There's so many media reports of accidents here and there. At the Road Safety Authority, how many accidents have you reported since 2026 began?
All right, my dear. A very good morning to you once more.
Good morning.
And so, the data we collect or we work with is something that we take from the police MTTD at the end of every month. And so as we speak, we know crashes are going on, crashes are happening, but unfortunately until the month ends, we wouldn't get the data. And so I think 6 days into the year, MTTD published some figures on their website, but we can't speak to that because the month hasn't ended.
Okay.
And so until the month end, we at the National Road Safety wouldn't get the data because we don't collect it ourselves.
Okay.
We take the data from the police MTTD.
Okay, we appreciate that, but I'm sure you've come across the reports, the various media reports on accidents here and there. How is the road safety also reacting to all of these accidents recorded?
All right. So, like you said, one life lost is one too many. And talking about 1, 2, 5, 10, and every figure or number you mentioned, we are talking about human, we are talking about dreams, we are talking about visions, we are talking about, individuals people rely on, people with dreams, people who benefit the society and who the society benefits from one way or the other. And so it is very, very alarming. The National Road Safety Authority is very concerned with is very worried about the happenings on our roads recently. And so we are very worried. It's something we don't wish to start the year with at all.
Moving forward, what are some of the things that these accidents we are recording has opened up to the Road Safety Authority that we should see operating or happening within our space, we should see on our roads?
Okay, so we should be seeing vehicles with lowered speed or reduced speeds. We should be seeing vehicles with disciplined drivers. We should be seeing our road spaces free of disabled vehicles. We should be recording less crashes irrespective of the conditions of our roads. And so it's something that strategically we have come together to put up certain things together to work with. And so a lot of things are being expected from the National Road Safety Authority, and we are working around to deliver on our expectations.
Is there a certain limitation for which our drivers are speeding on our roads, for which we are unable to marry a very smooth travel and safe arrivals, and so we are seeing all of these accidents occur? These seem to be just in succession, accident here, accident there, accident here, and it's been continuing for a few days now. What is that gap for which is giving rise to all of these accidents?
Okay, first of all, we should be dealing with human behavior. because irrespective of the nature of the road, irrespective of the systems we put in place, worldwide, if the driver doesn't change some attitude, doesn't consciously make efforts to reduce his speed, to ensure that he's driving safely, crashes may occur. Because road traffic or road commuting, road traveling has got so many things in play. We have the knowledge to, work with on our road, the laws, the skill of driving, and a whole lot. But we also have attitude, we have behavior. And so if you've taken all the education and you fail to work with it, you fail to comply with it, a lot will happen. Crashes may occur. Also, we need to be enforcing the laws. And so there's a school of thought that believes that enforcement starts with the individual, because we will not be finding police everywhere on our streets or on our roads at all the time. And so we should make conscious efforts to enforce the law of reducing our speeds, of not driving tired, of not picking phone calls whilst driving, of managing hazards whilst driving on our roads, because every time we are met with hazards, drivers are met with hazard. When the environment change, there's a change, there's a hazard on our roads. Even fellow drivers, fellow road users might be hazards on our roads. And so at every point in time, there should be defensive driving. Also, our systems should be put in place to ensure that even when the crashes occur, the environment would be able to forgive, and the casualties that might come out of it is something that is very, very minimal, if not off at all, if not gone at all. Well, so so that's what I would say. We are looking at behavior, we are looking at increased education, and then improved enforcement, starting with the individual, starting with the car owner, starting with the institution the vehicle is coming from, be it a driver union, transport union, be it a corporate organization. We are looking at our environment, our roads, being safe enough, being forgiving enough to reduce the crashes if they occur.
Okay. Our roads are still dark. You drive at night or at dawn and you see that we have very dark roads. Drivers have long complained about it, and it seems it's really moving at a snail's pace that our roads be lit up again. From your outfit as the Road Safety Authority, how are we dealing with this matter to give our drivers good visibility when they're driving?
Okay, so there has been several engagements with the Energy Commission. There has been several engagements with the entities that are supposed to bring up the lights in our communities, and they have promised. They have promised that the lights are going to be on. At some instances, the management intended to carry out a severe operations to ensure that, to even bring in the media to ensure that certain places are lit up at night, to force the authorities to bring out the lights. So plans are far advanced, and then engagements have gone on. And very soon, we are very sure that the lights will come up and our communities will lit up.
Well, when you say very soon, how soon is very soon? What are the timelines Ghanaians should be looking at with regards?
Unfortunately, I can't give timelines. The year has started, and the engagements we did were last year. So we wish to follow up just by take their promise by their word, we take them by their words, and then follow up to ensure that whatever they said is done.
Okay, let me turn our attention to the Accra Kumasi Highway. This is a highway connecting two very busy cities, and we record so many accidents on the road. Any road user on Accra Kumasi Road knows how terrible or deplorable many parts of the road is, and many calls have come for a declaration of a state of emergency on that highway, so that we can, with a lot of haste, repair the damages on the road. The Road Safety Authority, have you encountered these calls, and how are we translating these calls into tangibles?
Okay, so we have come across some of the concerns on the roads, and like I said earlier, road safety has a lot of people come into play, and so we are looking at engineering. Last year we did a lot of engineering interventions on the stretch, but a lot more needs to be done. The stretch, I think, is one of the stretches that is captured under the big bush, and so we are hoping that very soon the work will start on the stretch and see what's going on our roads, because as soon as we tackle one of the interventions at the Bremso Bridge, within some few days, not to talk of weeks, we saw that the rumble strips that was supposed to calm speed towards the bridge has been taken off, and vehicles were crashing into the guardrails, which is very, very, very sad, because once you crash into it, you're landing straight into the river. And so the solution here was simply to reduce speed and move across. But you find vehicles using the shoulders which don't have rumble strips, we don't have speed calming, to speed. And so in as much as interventions are being done on the roads, ultimately road users, motorists on that stretch, need to appreciate that the stretch is deadly, and speeding on it, overtaking wrongfully, and parking where you're not supposed to, in care will land solving crashes. And so we should yourself for to be practices on that, because once the big push is coming to work on it, or engineers are very soon start working on it, if we don't appreciate what's going on and work towards it, a lot more crashes will be recorded. And so I think that is one of the things that we should look at.
There are a lot who have called for more education and sensitization into various stations, that our drivers have rested on their oars. They feel I've driven for a very long time. I'm a veteran in the driving, and so even with my eyes closed, I can go and come back, and that is also costing us a lot as the nation. If you sat in a trotro recently, many drivers do not have their seat belts working. For those who do, unless they see a policeman, they do not wear their seat belt. You see that their cars are in a very deplorable state and all. And so for the Road Safety Authority, what is your kind of engagement with the drivers, especially GPRT, going through the GPRT, to ensure that the safety of the passenger is also paramount to them?
All right, so I agree perfectly with the School of Thought that calls for intensified education for drivers. We have seen the gap, a very big gap. There are lots of drivers. There are different categories of drivers, but most of them don't get road safety education, and so we need to upgrade education to all platforms and deploy. And do it in many languages for more people to get the education. Also, there should be formalized system of reaching out to drivers of all categories to ensure that they've gotten some sort of road safety education at least once in a year. And so the National Road Safety Authority, like I said, is planning, is to put up structures to put up systems to engage drivers formally. Aside that, we are constant education at terminals to reach out to drivers one-on-one, to reach out to passengers whilst in their vehicles, everywhere on the street, everywhere in the country is also going on. It's something that we have been doing since time immemorial, something that we've been engaging for a long time. And so commercial drivers are people that we meet constantly, but corporate drivers, truck drivers are people that from time to time we organize and meet.
Okay.
But for commercial drivers, we meet. But all the same, we need to use our media platforms. We need to get onto our media platforms and get some of these educations sent across to drivers and motorists in general.
Okay.
And so I agree with you. And these three formalized system structures to engage drivers, going to terminals to engage them, onto our media platforms to also send some road safety messages across are some of the things that we are doing. Yeah.
Okay. And well, some yet we will need to also talk about large or long trucks on the roads. What really is prescribed by law with regards to the movement of the long trucks that we see on our roads every day?
All right. So a lot is prescribed by law. Looking at their loads, there's supposed to be weight permit or weight limit. Looking at the speed they're supposed to go, and then looking at the lane they're supposed to go. So it's a lot. It's a lot. They have a weight limit. Along the routes, there are also load points that weigh them to ensure that their loads comply with the law, and also they have speed limits. They have speed limits. So if the vehicle is unloaded, I mean the vehicle doesn't have load, there's a certain amount of speed it can go, and then if the vehicle have loads, there's certain amount of speed it can go, and then where they move on the lanes, I mean which lanes they use on our roads, it's also, I mean, so if they are not going too much speed, they're supposed to stay on the outer lanes, so that the speed lanes is going to be occupied by drivers who want to overtake and drivers who have more speeds. And so basically there are more, but basically these are the three I can mention.
Okay.
Aside that, if they break down on our routes, they are supposed to, on the highway, they are supposed to move the vehicles within an hour, and then within 2 hours. And then if they break down in an urban settlement, they're supposed to move out from within, find a way to move the vehicle within an hour. So on the highways, 2 hours. In towns and in urban settlements is 1 hour.
Well, unfortunately, we see that many of the broken down trucks continue to stay on the road for quite a while. No triangles to indicate for oncoming cars that this is a broken down vehicle. The closest you will see will be a neem leaves after the vehicle or their conductors or mates standing there. And some time ago we understood that it would be right for them to move during the night. Does that still hold?
I am not so sure that particular regulation still holds.
Okay.
Yeah, but for their movement on they are staying on the roads after they become stationary. It's something that all of us should enforce. Like I said, the enforcement is not only reserved for the police. It has to do with everyone. And so once we all know that this is the law, this vehicle has broken down for more than an hour, we have to call the police to come in. But it's the driver's responsibility to get the police involved, that his vehicle has broken down. The police comes, manage traffic, whilst he go and find tow truck to come and tow the vehicle off. And so we all need, once the vehicle breaks down, we all need to alert the police or the authorities in charge. Very soon we'll find systems. We are working around systems this year to get our vehicles towed off as soon as it happens. We are hoping the the regulation will come out as soon as possible so that we can start operating on it.
Okay. How does one get in touch with the National Road Safety Authority to lodge certain complaints that would better come to your attention?
All right. So our email address info@nrsa.gov.gh works every time. Our website, there's a complaint form that you can pick up and lodge your complaint. You can also call. Previously, we had a short code, but as we speak, it's not active, and so I think you can call the corporate affairs unit, or you can send a WhatsApp to the corporate affairs unit, and we can work on it.
Okay. Well, Sambiat, we are most grateful to you this morning for speaking with us. We look forward to many of the interventions that the Road Safety Authority is putting together and to speaking with you the more.
Sure, my dear. I'm so grateful for the time, and we look forward to having regular engagements and reaching out to your audience.
Thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Sambiat Ruedu is the head of corporate affairs for the National Road Safety Authority. We really hope that we reduce our speeds on the road. At least that will help in dealing with the crashes that we are facing. We live in Ghana. We are so familiar that many of our roads are not in the best of shapes. The potholes that have riddled the road and all. And so please, so far as you are aware of this, kindly reduce your speed when you're driving. Take it easy on the road. Be mindful of the one driving ahead of you and the one behind you. Let us keep ourselves safe. And by keeping ourselves safe, we'll be keeping others safe. I would always trumpet that it's better late than never. It's better late than never, regardless of how late you are. You'd rather get to your destination than not get there at all. And so please take it easy on the roads. We continue to call on our duty bearers, our leaders, to take a look at the deplorable state of some of our roads and deal with it swiftly. The Accra Kumasi Road needs to be looked at, and very, very swiftly. The amount of movement on the road every single day is just a lot, and so this is a road that needs to be dealt with, a road that should be in great shape for our drivers that are driving on the road, for passengers, for commuters. It's very important. And please again, take your safety very important. If you sit in a car, use the seat belt. For most of us in churches, unfortunately, churches don't have seat belt. That is the downside of it. But you're sitting in a taxi or a ride-hailing car, the cars that you hail, please use your seat belt. You are sitting on a motor, wear a helmet. The rider is wearing a helmet, the passenger no helmet. You put a kid also on the motor and you're riding on the highway. Please take your safety very, very seriously, and by that you'll be taking the other safety seriously. That's all for Front Story this morning on ABC in the morning. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll bring you more conversations. Do stay with us.
Pepper and onion, a delicious tomato mix with tomato, pepper and onion. No grinding, no blending. Ya yenyi na da da da. So pa mediane no abin.
Come on, Gino, do your magic.
And papa no kunu abefi.
Tasty magic.
Gino Magic Pepper and Onion. The magic that brings them home.
This advert is FDA approved.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the talking points. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Rent back with the beer open. Come on, come see what? Wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telesur Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telesur Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telesur Play app to opt-in and start winning in the Telesur Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When is campaign? If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto chiaka. Inti ene, uno ba no mpe baby amobeda. Oh, no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut, and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the events, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Rent back with the beer open. Come on, come see what? Wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telesur Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telesur Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telesur Play app to opt-in and start winning in the Telesur Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When is campaign? If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto chiaka. Inti ene, uno ba no mpe baby amobeda. Oh, no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
William Allen, Kwame Amwakwata, Oforiata, MP for Fanchakwa South, District Cap.
Geoffrey Kinney is my name, and I represent the good people of Nkwanta South and a member of the...
Good morning. My name is Frank Yabua, MP for Achoma Mwabiaja North in the Ashanti region, a member of the committee.
Hello, good morning. My name is Akwesi Kunedu, Member of Parliament for Malaysia North Constituency and a member of the committee.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Atamils, MP for Commander Edina Iguafo Abrem, and a ranking member of the committee, but presiding today.
Good morning. I'm Davis Ansan Opoku.
Yes, sir. Member of Parliament for Itiwa East and the chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee.
Our auditors, could you introduce yourself, please?
Good morning. My name is Patricia Darko, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Michael Ado, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Kwajo Treme, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is William Ajay, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Frederick Yao Ahenkwa, Member of Parliament for German North and a member of the committee. Chair, should I add that?
Okay, we'll start with Ministry of Youth Development and National Service Authority.
And Council.
And our clerk, make sure you administer the oath, please.
I, George Abdullah, swear by the Almighty God.
Swear by the Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
This is George Opariado, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment. I'll call on the members of my team to do self-introductions.
Thank you, sir. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Pengu, Deputy Director General, Programs and Operation, National Service Authority.
you're still watching ABC in the morning live here on ABC News GH. Today I have in studio guests. You see, in studio guests make me very happy. We have a very face-to-face conversation. Today we have a lot to talk about. And joining me in studio this morning, Manasseh Atabuahene, who is a communications team member of the NPP, and later on I'll be joined by Juewonu Boli, the acting deputy executive director of operations for the Complementary Education Agency. Manasseh, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm happy you are here.
I'm also happy. It's a privilege to be here. I've only been doing Zoom with you.
Yes, you have.
So I was very happy when Samuel engaged me yesterday that I should come to the studio, and I want to say a very big thank you to you and to wish you a happy new year. To you, to your crew, and to everyone watching us.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Well, today we have so much to talk about. A lot about your party.
Absolutely.
The New Patriotic Party. For many, it seems you're on a downhill trend. Is that it?
That is never the case. I mean, it is normal for a political party after having lost elections, you know, to go through some rudimentary practices to be able to build the party. And that's what the executives of the party are doing. And MPP is a liberal party. Okay, so we are all at liberty to express our views whatsoever. However, when the party continuously, you know, receive some comments by some top-notch individuals who have served as ministers before, when you analyze their statements, even when we were in power, statements they made, unfounded allegations, a lot of things that were untrue about some missing the excavators, about some individuals in the then government engaging in Galamsey, amongst others. And today you hear that same individual saying that MPP is a fake party, amongst others. Then it behoves on the leadership of the party to be able to crack the whip. Yes, we need to ensure that we instill discipline in the members. Nobody is above the party. It doesn't matter whether you've been president before, whether you've been vice president before, whether you've been a minister or an MP or a party financier. You are not above the party. And MPP, as a strong political party in Ghana, is being guided by regulations. We have our constitution. We have our constitution, and when you take your time to even read our constitution, there are some clear mandates that have been outlined. When you read our constitution, Article 5, duties of a member. A member shall have the right and duty at all times to, 1, promote and defend the good name of the party. That's the first thing. 2, to protect the unity of the party. Next, to be loyal and truthful to the party, to abide by and publicly uphold the decisions of the party. So these are the basic duties of a member of the party. It doesn't matter whether you've been president or whoever before. So if you're a member and all the things you say are in clear contravention to the provision in our constitution, then there is the need for the executives and the leaders of the party to be firm, to demonstrate leadership. What is true? What is true about the MPP being fake? What is true about that?
If I'm using my perspective, when I entered the party, or let me use ABC. When I entered ABC, ABC had so and so structures. This is how ABC operates.
Right.
And 10 years later, I'm still with ABC. And ABC is operating in a certain way that I've not seen before. I feel that it is undermining the good name of ABC. And so I say ABC is now a fake party. It is not the ABC I knew. Isn't that my truth?
You see, first, it is not true.
Okay.
It is never true for anybody to make such claims that the MPP is a fake party. Even our colleagues, our NDC friends, will not use such statements for us.
Okay.
I mean, in the lead up to the 2024 elections, there were several unfounded allegations, you know, here and there, amongst others. But to say that a party is a fake party is way below the belt. You see, and in any case, if you have any issues as to the operations of the party, back then when we were in government, we asked that what steps did he take to ensure that if he feels there are some anomalies, these things are being corrected. We cannot continue to allow some individuals to run down the party. You've been minister before. and you see, everybody serves, everybody who was appointed as a minister or CEO of an agency, you serve at the mercies of the president. And so if at a point in time the president feels that you should step aside for equally potential individuals in the party to occupy your position amongst others, I don't see why we should promote such statements. Okay, because I mean, for too long we've been too tolerant about certain comments from some individuals, and that has not helped. That has not helped, and especially in this time when we seek to rebuild the party, these are not things we should be encouraging at all.
Okay.
And so I stand firmly with the decision of the party, you know, to trigger processes to suspend. And in any case, Professor Frimpong Boati himself, during the interview he granted, mentioned that he doesn't even wish to be a member of the party. And so I believe it to be expedient on the leadership, following from the things he has said, to run them through the constitution, you know, to come out clearly. If it is established that whatever he said, you know, amounts to clear misconduct, then the leadership of the party would have to, you know, issue statements.
Aren't you just scapegoating Professor Frimpong Boati? There are so many people who have said things about the NPP in their time of anger. They have said things. People have even said that the NPP has system candidates, and that is a clear way to say that a party is biased or has certain people that it is projecting above others. None of those things have warranted processes to expel. And so why him? Aren't you scapegoating him?
I mean, that's never the case. He's not being used as a scapegoat. And in any case, he's not the first individual to be expelled from the party. We remember Paul Afoko, even Kwabena Japan, Sami Crab, all these individuals who were occupying high profile positions in the party were once expelled from the party. Okay, and so once it is established that you are engaging in misconduct, we need to go back to what the constitution is saying,
okay, so
that we are able to expel you. And if an individual, you see, we are at liberty to join any political party of our choice. And so if at a point in time you feel you don't want to belong to the party, that is fine. You can easily opt out. But to be saying things that are unfounded, to be throwing in allegations that the 2023, you know, flag bearership primaries was skewed towards the Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia amongst others, these are unfair. But the candidates were allowed to vote, and their choice was Dr. Bawumia, following from his achievements in the then NPP administration. And so you see, allowing such comments, you know, to run through and through is something that will destroy the very fabric we seek to build.
But don't
so
you
it's
think
important for the leadership to ensure that we bring finality to these things by doing the needful.
Don't you think the leadership must pay attention to comments like that? This will not be the first time that concerns have been raised about flag bearership race. In 2023, we had Mama will show down, I'll do this, I'll do that, because it seemed to suggest that one person was being favored over the others. It was the same flag bearership primaries that led to Alan Tremantin breaking away from the party. He didn't go alone. He went along with members of the NPP who did not vote. Well, we did not enter into the ballot box with them, into the booth with them, but if their movement is anything to go by, they did not vote for the NPP. And so, don't you think that it is time for the leadership to sit and then reflect on some of these comments that keep coming up? Even in this primaries that you're holding, concerns about party system candidates have come up. And so, don't you think that you should pay attention to that a while before taking any other step?
I mean, the NPP party over the years has demonstrated good faith, you know, in ensuring that we adhere to constructive criticism.
Right.
The leadership of the party are not immune to criticism. And so over the years, there's been several concerns that have been raised. In fact, we've experienced several, you know, genuine concerns that even led to the amendment of our constitution. Because people had raised critical and important issues, very, very important issues. Okay, and so we had Congress and we were able to ensure that we implement these amendments. And so that is clear admission that the NPP party welcomes constructive criticism. However, if you seek to run down the party with statements that are untrue, with statements, allegations that are unfounded,
okay,
I don't think the party leadership should sit down for you to do this. Remember in the days of the NDC, they also suspended some of their members. You remember Kuku Anidohu, Alopeji Corps, among others. This is to tell you that the political parties are run by their constitution. And so every individual who claims to be a member of the party should go through the constitution and ensure that they are able to work to protect the party. If you think your party is doing something that is wrong, you need to address it through the right channel. That's what you do. And we are saying that if it is established that the NPP did something that is wrong, of course, even if you want to take the party to court, nobody stops you from doing that. Nobody stops you. But for you to be making disparaging comments, impugning the integrity of the whole party architecture and structure, it's unacceptable. It is very unacceptable, and we don't have to encourage this. NDC had grabbed the whip before by disciplining some of their members. NPP has also done same before, and so this is not new. And I don't think not at all. It's rather strengthen and engender the unity the party strongly desires today, so that we are able to build a formidable force to go into the 2028 elections.
Okay. Well, let me welcome Joe Onuboli to the conversation. You're welcome, sir. We've been looking forward to having you.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll have conversations about our education system, but let me let you also weigh in onto the NPP conversation. NPP says that they are beginning processes to expel Professor Frimpong Boateng. He himself says he doesn't see himself as a party member anymore. But with where the NPP stands, having lost this election the way it did, shouldn't they hold back a bit on suspensions and expulsions?
Yeah, thank you for having me, and good morning to your cherished viewers and listeners. I think these issues have now become a hallmark for NPP in recent times.
Okay.
Once you express any divergent view, the next action is that they are expelling you from the party. You can remember Dr. Robi, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu, and a few others who expressed issues as far as the governance style of Nanado was concerned them. So for us in NDC, some of these things are not new. Once, I mean, clearly there's some kind of war come out in 31st January. We will be the presidential primary. Once you don't align with the system, you are not in the Baumia camp. I mean, these are some of the things.
Is that what it looks like?
Oh yeah, clearly. Clearly the party leadership, the general secretary, the top hierarchy of the party is supporting Dr. Baumia. So you remember Professor Frimpong Boateng said he supported anybody apart from Dr. Baumia. And clearly, people have said so many things worse than what Professor Boateng has said. Abronia and the rest who are still holding party positions. Nobody said anything about them. Wontumi and Co. They said so many things. Wontumi said if they don't vote for Dr. Baumia, they are not going to campaign for the party. What are these things that are anti-party than these things are very serious issues, but nobody said anything. Because they are party, these regional chairmen, because Justin Kudwa and Co will be seeking for re-election, so they don't see anything wrong with them.
Really?
So,
okay.
For us, well, normally we should be happy. We the NDC should be happy that these things are happening in NPP. But democracy thrives well when we have effective opposition. So we want them to remain united so that they can offer a good and credible alternative to Ghanaian people. I've always said that assuming what we have, the supermajority that the NDC has in Parliament, assuming the case was for MPP and Nanado, I'm sure they will even change your name. They will look at you and change your name because of the sheer power they have. But look at President Mahama. It's very careful about how he uses this power, and he's very focused and delivering on his mandate. So for NPP, we wish them well. My Professor Boateng is a very renowned surgeon in this country, well respected internationally. He has family, he has friends. If they think that this is the way to go, well, we welcome them. And for us, it will be a good thing for them to even join us.
Manasseh, Joe Wanu raises concerns, some issues about system candidates, and I actually asked you the same question. How are you debunking this this comment that has persisted over a while now? NPP has a system candidate. The system candidate is Dr. Bawumia. Everybody who goes against Dr. Bawumia will be axed from the party.
I mean, Abna, it is funny to hear statements like this. And it is unfounded for individuals to, in this time and age, be making such claims that if you are against Dr. Bawumia, you'll be expelled from the party, amongst others. We've had individuals who served under President Akufo-Addo, who were ministers then. And even before the lead up to the 2024 elections, they had declared their intent. So even now, they are with a different camp. Is that not the case? The Venerable Honorable ABENA Mante, the Deputy, the Minister of State in charge of Finance, who became the Deputy Finance Minister, she's in the camp of Canada, Japan. Nobody has issues with it. Is that not the case? We have senior members who were friends. We are all friends, we are all colleagues, but they belong to other camps, and so it is sickening. It is very sickening to hear comments, that if you are, there is no such establishment in the MPP. There isn't. President Akufo-Addo, even when we were in power, never created such thing that by force you have to support the then candidate Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Otherwise, you will be expelled or whatsoever. It has not been the case, and it is not the case now. It's just a matter of convenience for some individuals to just say, that if you don't do it, is never the case. We are all at liberty to support whoever we deem fit for that position, and nobody will come after you. Okay. How then would you even make such statements today when we are in opposition? Which establishment? There's none whatsoever. And so please, let's tackle the issues as they are and stop all these propaganda from the opposition and other individuals.
Where does this kind of messaging come from? It seems the NDC has also bought into that messaging that the NPP has a system candidate. For you in the NDC, during your primaries, did you have a system candidate?
As for the issue of a system candidate, we all know. I mean, it's visible to the blind and audible to those who cannot hear. We all know. So I'm happy. I'm not surprised that my brother is refuting that. He's saying that it is not true. We wish them well. If you have a headache and you say it's rather stomach ache, nobody will help you. You understand? So we wish them well. As for the system candidate, even a child, class 1 child in Ghana knows that the system candidate in NPP is Dr. Bawumia. But if he is saying, I don't know which camp he belongs to, but if he is saying that there is no system candidate, then we wish them well. Like I said, we need a viable opposition in this country. So yeah, that one, because democracy strives very well when we have a very credible opposition.
So when it's time for the NDC to also elect a candidate for 2028, and concerns about system candidates also come up, should we say that it will look true?
It has always been there. I think we started with, I think those times, let's be honest. Ghana, one of the things we don't say is that we are not being honest to ourselves. Even during former President Ronald's time, there was this rumor that the system candidate was Prof. Mill, right? Kufuor time, there was this issue that the system candidate was Alan Chramate. And come Nana Ado's time, the system candidate then was what? Dr. Baomi, everybody was whipped online. So it has always been
people
there.
were whipped in line. Why didn't Alan Tremanting win?
Oh, yeah, of course. There's another thing that the system having a candidate and winning. The delegates at the end of the day have to make a decision.
But then, if the delegate wins, doesn't it defeat the purpose of the system candidate?
Let me give you a classical example. Recently, during the national election, the system supported their former general secretary. What's the name?
John Boedu.
John Boedu. Even Gabi Ochidako and co put it on Facebook that they are supporting John Boedu. But did he win? No. If a prime minister, then a prime minister.
Do we have prime ministers in Ghana?
No, I mean, you are in this country, my sister. If Gabi Ochidako come out to support a candidate or throw his weight behind a candidate, he tells you that that is a system candidate. But he lost. So nobody is saying that once the system support ABC candidate, they will win automatically. No. But we are just saying that there should be a fair system of dealing with everybody. People have criticized the party, Abronia, Untumi, and they have said worse things. So why, Professor Boateng? So for us, we wish them well. That's what we can say. We wish them well. This one is their house matter. So
is the house?
Yeah, we wish them well.
Well, when I say we've had concerns, Dr. Nyahonya Otamako says that if Frimpong Boateng is expelled, then he might as well also be expelled. Other senior members of your party have also weighed in on this matter. Is this a party that you are willing to go or build without the elders in Penyu for?
I mean, NPP, like I've maintained, has been a party that gives a lot of respect to our elders and everybody by extension. But it is expedient on our leaders to ensure that we uphold the constitution of the party. Okay, very, very expedient. And again, when you read Article 8.1 of the constitution of the NPP, it reads that a member may be expelled from the party on grounds of misconduct in accordance with the provision of this constitution, and upon such expulsion shall cease to be a member of the party. So when it is established that you are engaging in gross misconduct that is affecting the party, then of course the constitution should apply to you. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter whether you are an elder of the party, whether you've been president before, whether you've been a minister before, a common floor member in the party. Once you are engaged in gross misconduct,
so this
excuse me, please, with respect. I was quiet when you were speaking. So it doesn't matter who you are. The party reigns supreme. Nobody is bigger than the party. Nobody is bigger than the NPP. No member of the party is bigger than the party.
But that's
and so if you are found in the practices, this is becoming one too many. This is not the first time such comments have been made. And you see, Abena, when someone makes statements, unfounded allegations, and beyond that, the person throws in tantrums that he will not leave any party. One, he says this is a fake party, and before whatever would come out of what he has said, he has also come back to attack that even when he is called to a supposed disciplinary committee, he will not even show up, and he doesn't even wish to be a member of the party. So by implication, he himself has sacked himself. He sacked himself from the party. Okay, and so if the party decides that they want to run his actions by our constitution and to come out with a determination that what he has done, what he has said amounts to gross misconduct, then the Article 8 of our constitution should be invoked, so that you'll be served with a letter for everybody within the country to know that from henceforth he shouldn't be considered as a member of the party, and it's as simple as that. So I don't see why
he will not be under your invitation. And
he has said that. So why is it difficult for anybody to agree that if the party issues a statement because of his misconduct, it should be a problem? It shouldn't be a problem at all.
Do you fear that if this is not successful, if you do not expel him, it will make mockery of your leadership?
The party seeks to ensure discipline. That's why I've said, and I even read the duties of a member of the New Patriotic Party. And so when people are engaging in gross misconduct, amongst others, it's expedient on the leadership to even serve them notice to be mindful and guided by what they are doing. And if it goes beyond measure, then of course the party should act. Nobody is beyond the party. Once you do something that will definitely affect the gains of the party, you appropriate steps should be taken against you.
You should leave.
And NDC had done this before. They sacked Alote Jacobs, Koku Anido, who MPP. We've also done this before. We sacked Paula Foko, Sami Krab, amongst others. Later, we came to win the elections. NDC sacked Alote Jacobs and Koku Anido. Later, they came to win elections. So, I mean, it's expedient. The party has to demonstrate that robustness, okay, to ensure that we protect the gains of the party. And I mentioned that if you think the party is doing something that is in clear contravention of the law, there are appropriate procedures you should trigger, rather than sitting on TV and making disparaging statements that the party is a fake party. So why do you want to belong to a fake party? And if the party is fake,
that seems to really hit the party at its core.
Absolutely. If the party is fake and you yourself have made admissions that you don't even wish to be a member of the party, then you are telling us that you've left already. Your heart and soul and your thoughts and everything has left the party. No problem. So it's only expedient on the leadership of the party to run through our constitution, trigger these clauses, and serve you with a notice, a letter, so that from henceforth you don't hold yourself as a member of the party again. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Joanno, I know you want to weigh in on that, so I'll give you about 30 seconds before we move on.
I just want to correct one thing. I think Professor Frimpong never said the party is fake. The party, as in total, is fake. He said the party in its current form, or the current leadership of the party, is fake.
But isn't the current leadership of the party what defines the party?
No. I mean, they are founders. They are founding fathers of the party. They are elders in the party. They are people who hold different views as far as the party machinery is concerned. So he's only referring to the current leadership, few current leadership of the party. So it's very important for us to. In any case, there are people who said worse things than that. Kennedy Japan even said that this party is full of fools. He doesn't even know why he belongs to this party. People say worse, but we all know the crime of Professor Frimpong Boateng.
But Kennedy Japan actually,
his only crime was the report he authored as a Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. No. As a Minister of Science and Environment,
yes,
when he said the party was deeply involved in Galamsey, and he mentioned Chamautumi and top party members of the party. So that was his crime. So for me, I don't want to belabor ourselves with some of these issues. We all know, but if they pretend that there's nothing wrong, it was just a comment he made there. My brother is religiously quoting their party article. The party article that only applies to one set of people, but others they can't say anything. We wish them well.
Well, let's move to Pandai. Yesterday, a lot of people, a lot of us thought that the Supreme Court was going to make a determination on the case, but it has extended the date to 28th of January. Jono, the NDC wants the seat so much. As the case as the extension has happened, is it to your benefit or it's to your detriment?
I just want to correct that statement that the NDC wants the seat so much. I mean, we are a democratic party.
Oh, when I say you want it so much, I mean it democratically. Don't you want the seat?
So, no.
And don't you want it?
You know, our brothers in NPP have started a propaganda that we want that seat to have to test super majority, to change the constitution,
I haven't heard
what have you. So the impression should not be said that it was the parliament is a hung parliament, so the NDC want that seat to tilt the power of parliament to our side. No,
I guess where you're coming from, but that's
we have super majority in parliament and we are comfortable.
But let me state it on record that is not the angle with which I mean it. If I were asking Manasseh, I would also go the same tangent. They also want that.
No, they want it. So that statement that I know.
You don't want it?
It's not a do and die affair for us.
If you didn't, would you have sent it to court?
No,
you take this matter to the Tamale High Court yourself.
Yeah, based on infractions as far as the election was concerned.
Right.
Yes.
And you are in Pandai campaigning seriously?
We are campaigning because we believe that that seat was not won fairly.
And so you want it?
No, you see, like the impression we are creating is that we want it out of desperation. That's just what I want to see.
Oh no, that's
we want it, but we don't want it as a balance of power in Parliament. We have super majority in Parliament, and in fact, like my brother A+ said, the whole MPP minority can even be home. I mean, following proceeding from Parliament on their tablet. We don't actually need their presence because of the sheer numbers that we have.
But the other time you needed the vote, you had to call a lot of your members to come in the house.
We are talking about the numbers we have. Okay. As for that one, it happens everywhere. Sometimes because of duties outside Parliament, so we have those shortages. So, yeah, the issue of Pandai is very clear. The Supreme Court is not talking about the substantive issue as far as the issues sent to court in Tamale is concerned. They are just talking about at what point do aggrieved party have to go to court? Is it the 21 days after declaration of the result or after the result has been gazetted by EC? So that was just the issue. So they are just going to pronounce whether NDC is right by waiting after the EC gazetted the result on 6th January 2025 before they went to court, or they should have gone to court earlier. So that is it. So we are waiting. The matter is before court, Supreme Court for that matter. So we are very optimistic that justice will be done. And we are happy that we are seeing this kind of judicial system. It was never the case some years back. You remember our brother Jesse Asinov, where the Supreme Court, the whole system was just against him. He was prevented from Parliament. All sort of things happened. But here is the case. We have a judicial system that is allowed to do their work, and we NDC, a party in power, we are following the due process.
Is it to say that they were not allowed to do their work previously?
Why? Were you not in this country? Things really happen. We are not here to talk. It has passed, and Ghanaians have passed their judgment on that. The verdict was very clear. So for us, we are happy that the judiciary is doing their work. We are hoping and praying that on 28th of this month, the Supreme Court will deliver their judgment, whichever way it goes. If you have any issue, you have a right to appeal or otherwise, or review. Supreme Court, you can only appeal for review. So we are waiting.
Okay. Manasseh, 28th of January, is it delaying?
You see, this Pandai issue is very, very interesting. And it is surprising that after the 2024 parliamentary election, when Nyindam, representing the NPP, have been declared winner with some 27,647 votes, and the NDC's candidates had some 24,213 votes. And after the NDC had filed for some anomalies in just 41 polling stations, 41 polling stations, and when you add the total votes within that 41 polling stations, it doesn't even amount to more than 500 votes. So even if you add that 500 votes to their 24,000 as against MPP's 27,000, it tells you clearly that MPP the cities for MPP had won. And so the precedent the NDC is setting is very dangerous for our democracy. Today they are in power, they have all the majority, no problem. Tomorrow when the tables turn and we are using same thing against them, we don't expect them to cry foul.
Would you want to use same thing that you
no,
have
I'm just saying
about?
I'm saying that tomorrow when the tables turn, okay, when the tables turn, you go to court with issues concerning 41 polling stations, and now there's been some ruling that we should annul everything and we should vote the entire constituency, and MPP had to file for stay of execution. And now we await the ruling of the Supreme Court to see how we'll be able to proceed on this. But what I'm saying is that tomorrow when the tables turn, we would cite these things in their faces, and we don't expect them to cry foul. So we all await the ruling of the Supreme Court.
But for the NPP, is this not tiring for you? You already have small numbers. Why not let it go?
You see, it is surprising. And I was even shocked to hear my brother talk about issues that the NPP was not allowing some of their members, specifically Honorable Jachi Kwesina, to go about his parliamentary duties amongst others. Hey, you have the boldness to say this. What didn't you do to the late Ernest-Kumi? What didn't you do to him? After the Koforidua High Court had declared him as winner, you were still chasing him. Sometimes he would have to sleep in boots of cars of his colleague MPs, amongst others.
Is that true?
Today I'm telling you, today he's no more. So don't sit here and be making statements like that. The kind of antagonism you assigned to Ernest-Kumi is not what the NPP did to James Jachi Kwesina. And so we need to be circumspect in some of these things.
I'm quite interested in the antagonism you bring up, because in speaking with Matthew Nyindam himself, he mentioned that he had been approached personally on the corridors of Parliament and told that they were coming after his seat. And so now it's raising concerns for me. Where antagonism, I thought this was a very friendly house. It was a friendly house where beyond everything there was mutual respect. And so you raise Ernest-Kumi antagonism. Nyindam himself has also raised concerns that border on antagonism. And so where's that coming from?
I mean, that has been the operations of the NDC when they came into power, and we've seen this. So we shouldn't pretend as if we don't know what's going on. They did this thing to Ernest-Kumi. Today he's no more. A constituency, you know very well that you didn't win. When you run the numbers, and when you even check the differences, especially with the 41 polling stations amounting to, even if it is 1,000. You add it to your numbers, you get around 25,000 as against 27,000, and yet you are pushing this through. And yet there were some MPs who were even trying to say that he shouldn't hold himself as an MP, and it took the speaker to make a determination on some of these things. And so it is clear what the NDC has been doing, and I'm saying that tomorrow when the tables turn, they shouldn't cry for.
But are we in a retaliatory political atmosphere?
We are not. But what is good for the goose is also good for the gander.
So we should allow it to go.
Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that whatever you do today, you reap it tomorrow. Okay. So when you do these things, don't think you will go scot-free.
Okay.
Next time when the tables turn, you shouldn't cry foul.
Joe, these are very damning concerns that you're a party of antagonism. The NPP has said that you stressed Ernest-Kumi. You stressed him, and it led him to his early grave. A very young, vibrant man. Now, Matthew Nyindam also, they're stressing him. He's won an election, and I speak on this because we spoke with him here. He says, and the same concerns Manasseh is raising are the concerns he also raised, that if you look at the numbers, he beats Wakpao with a bigger margin than Wakpao beat him in 2020. And when Wakpao beat him in 2020, he, Matthew Nyindam, took the honorable way out and stood behind. But this time when the numbers are even more, you seem to be piling too much pressure on the man. Is the NDC antagonistic?
Yeah, thank you. I think my brother definitely has an autopsy report of Honorable Ernest-Kumi, what killed him. So maybe he will make it public for all of us to see that it was pressure from NDC that actually killed him. But having said that, I mean, these are normal old book play, we all know. Play the victim card, claim that, oh, the ruling party is after your seat, and what have you. But clearly, in Ernest-Kumi's case, when we went for the by-election, what happened? We won. He will say, oh, we use incumbency advantage or what have you. But what the NDC is saying is that Let there be a fair electoral system in this country. I happen to be part of the NDC election directory. I play various roles leading to 2024 election. My sister, we cannot begin to talk about the treatment we got from EC and the NPP. We even call for ordinary audit of the register. They say no. Ordinary audit, just let's check if Mr. A is truly deserved to be there. They say no.
But were you able to justify your calls for the audit?
We justify it. We justify with the data, everything. Just audit. Nobody is saying the register is bad, or let's just audit to see whether it is credible or whether the numbers we are talking about they are truly right to be there. They say no, there should not be any audit. Today, look at what they say. The NDC raised issues in Pandai. They went to court. The court ruled in our favor. They say they disagree with the ruling. They are Supreme Court for that decision to be closed. We'll wait for that decision. As for this victim card, if the tables turn, the table will always turn. The rule of law in this country. If you have any concern, you go to court. If they want to tell the whole world that it was the NDC's prayer that killed Ernest Kumi, unfortunately, ghosts don't talk. Otherwise, maybe I'm sure you will come and say what actually killed him. But I'm happy he has an autopsy report that shows that it was NDC's pressure that killed him. We will, like I said, for us, we wish them well. We will await the 28th January decision of the Supreme Court. Whichever way it goes, we abide by it. And the people of Pandai will have their two representatives in Parliament for development.
So if it happens that everything goes the way of Matthew Nyindam, don't you think you would have run a wild goose chase?
No, you see, even if it goes in his favor, there are always legal procedures, legal channels available for us to either to appeal or other. But whichever way, the fact that you raise a concern doesn't mean that you are right. Right? It's the judges who have the final determination to make. So if they think that what the NDC is saying is not right, we abide by it. We abide by it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, now let me move you into a very important part of our conversation, and then that's what we'll be ending the conversation with. You are with the Complementary Education Agency. This manual that NACCA has withdrawn. What happened? When did it come out, and when was it withdrawn?
Okay. Thank you. I mean, for me, this is the most important topic for discussion today, and I'm happy the gentleman who raised the issue, Honorable Reverend Fujo, was a former Deputy Minister of Education. Per my position, I am privileged to chair a technical working group at a Complementary Education Agency with NACA that is actually reviewing a curriculum for our learners. So let me just walk you through the process of developing curriculum and a manual for any school in this country. In developing a curriculum, you have to engage language experts, and these language experts will be appointed by NACA, who can, maybe if it's Asante Tree, Dagari, or Likpakpa, or Ewe, or Ga. So language experts, they will come, they will look at the issue, look at various examples across the globe, and then come out with a syllabus. Then after that, we have a steering committee. Steering committee that will be made up of the Director General of NACA, maybe CA in our case, maybe if it's a GES, Director General of the Minister. Those people, they will chair the steering committee. Then there's external reviewers that is also independent of these two groups that will be reviewing the curriculum. So I don't know how, this allegation that the NDC is trying to reintroduce homosexuality through the back door, through the manual, what have you. I don't know where this is coming from. the gentleman has been a deputy minister of education before. I don't know whether during their time this is what they were doing. But in any case, what is manual? Manual, how come? You see, manual is just to help you, is to help the teachers maybe give them advanced knowledge about topic in the main syllabus. Right? Have they shown you the syllabus? There's that topic that they are talking about. Are they showing you the syllabus, the curriculum?
So is it that there was a leakage somewhere?
Leakage where?
Because there's a lot of ifs. How? I'm concerned. It doesn't mean this was never captured anywhere. So the former deputy minister is just conjecturing. Is that it?
That has been his hallmark.
To conjecture.
He has been saying so many things. The plane came to the airport to load cocaine, so many things. When he traces, there's nothing. That has been his hallmark. Unfortunately, that has been his hallmark. So, but I'm happy. In any case, these things can happen genuinely. You understand? Let's be honest. Like I said, no. NACA has issued a statement that this matter in reference has never, it was there before, but they corrected it. In any case, like I'm saying, I'm chairing a curriculum review technical working group. The process can take you, the one we are currently doing, just is from basic 1 to basic 3, class 1 to class 3. It took us more than 2 years. So the NDC that has been in power for 1 year couldn't have just issue a new curriculum. It is not possible. Technically, it's not possible. So whatever is it that he's talking about has started during his time when he was a deputy minister. Maybe he was referring to what he tried to do those times that he couldn't succeed. So in any case, I think NACA has settled the case that the material in question has been withdrawn. So for me, unless they have any other issue that they want to talk about, I mean, the case has been withdrawn. In any case, the president of this republic and NDC has been very clear about this issue.
I'm very interested because if this never came up in a conversation, how then does NACA withdraw what never existed?
Have you read that statement?
Yes, the statement is. Let me even read it to the listening of my viewers. This is a statement from the National Council for Curriculum Assessment, and it's dated 13th January 2026, and that's just yesterday. NACA clarifies issues pertaining to a teacher manual for the senior high school curriculum. The Ministry of Education and the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, NACA, have noted with concern recent allegations regarding the introduction of LGBTQ-related content into Ghana's senior high school curriculum. NACA reiterates in the strongest terms that no such content exists within the approved national curriculum. And now it comes to distinction between curriculum and teacher manuals. It is essential to clarify that the national curriculum and teacher support materials serve distinct functions. The curriculum is the official policy document defining the mandatory areas of study for learners. In contrast, teacher manuals are supplementary instructional resources designed to provide pedagogical guidance to teachers. These manuals do not constitute the curriculum itself, and their use is optional. Teachers may deliver the approved curriculum without relying on these specific guides. And so it comes to now manual development and timelines. The development of the secondary education curriculum is a dynamic process characterized by rigorous technical review and broad stakeholder consultation. We wish to clarify the following milestones. A new curriculum was introduced at the SHS level in the 2024-25 academic year. For the first time in the history of Ghana, a decision was taken for teacher manuals to be developed to aid teachers in the implementation of the new curriculum. NACA therefore empaneled subject-specific writing teams in collaboration with Transforming Teacher Education and Learning to develop the manuals in 2024. Following a comprehensive internal review, NACA determined that the specific definition of gender identity contained within the Year 2 Physical Education and Health teacher manual for the senior high schools was not reflective of Ghanaian culture, norms, and values. I'm interested. Anything that is complementary means that it comes to support.
Yeah.
In Tree, they'll say, "Oh, beso asene." And so, how is it that a complementary manual for teachers may not necessarily be in tandem with the curriculum? They cannot be divergent, can they?
So supplementary is to give you maybe additional knowledge or advanced knowledge as a teacher.
Yes.
You have maybe, sometimes students can ask you questions outside what you are teaching them. So the manual is to give you additional advanced understanding of the subject matter.
Right.
So yeah, so what I'm saying is that has this the person who came out with this, has he shown us the real curriculum that introduced this LGBT subject in the curriculum? Has he shown us that?
But he talks about teacher's manual.
Yeah, I'm saying that the manual is to help the textbook or the curriculum.
All right. But
the manual is just something to help you.
But
it's not the main curriculum.
Okay.
Right?
We understand.
So what is this whole about?
We have a concern about. But Joanu, let me ask.
Unless maybe during their time, Nanado say LGBT or homosexual is bound to happen in this country. You understand? That is what he said. President Mahama has been very clear about this issue, that it will not happen under his watch. There could be genuine mistakes. You understand?
So the genuine mistake.
You just read Naka's statement, right? Whether it's genuine or deliberate, they have corrected it. They have withdrawn the material. So this shouting, the NDC has introduced LGBT. Everybody in this country is very clear about what President Mahama means as far as this subject matter is concerned.
You brought in the fact that all of this was constituted before the NDC came in. You talk about 2 years.
Yeah.
And so are you trying to tell us that some of these things originated from the NPP's tenure?
Yes. 2024, NDC was not in power. We came to power January 7, 2025. If a material has been developed before then, definitely it was done under the gentleman who raised this issue. It was done under his watch as a Deputy Minister of Education.
So, John, when did you also start leading the team for all
I
of
started somewhere May 2025.
25, okay. Let me
and that was just phase 3 of the curriculum development. They have done phase 1, phase 2. So I'm just explaining this issue to know how tedious or how long these processes can take. So developing a manual or curriculum is not a 1 year or 6 month job.
Is it that there was no due diligence done for which by mistake this found itself in the manual? Because for a few years now there's been so much noise about making sure that we read our curriculum or anything pertaining to education of anything LGBTQ. And so even your own party has MPs who sponsored a bill to come in. Is it that the waters were being tested, or it was a genuine mistake?
For me, where I sit, what I do, if indeed it happened, it was clearly a genuine mistake.
So no due diligence
as NACA has come out to clarify. And the material, they are even honest enough and humble enough to say that the so and so has been dictated and the material has been withdrawn. For me, that settles the matter. Unless, of course, somebody wants to create another impression about something that we don't know. That one, we can listen to them.
Okay, let me come to Manasseh. Manasseh has been listening to you.
So many things to say about this.
Manasseh, it says all of these things have been in the works since 2024. Second,
Ministry of Education doesn't develop curriculum, doesn't develop manual. It's NACA.
It's NACA. So we should drop it at the doorsteps of NACA.
Let's listen to him.
Manasseh, honorable in team for Joe and all of this. Is it too much ado about nothing?
Abna, let me state in no uncertain terms that Ghanaians should rise above reproach and condemn the NDC government for attempting to compromise our norms and cultural values. Okay, we need to shame on the NDC government, shame on the NACA executives, those who wrote these things, those who supervised, for the NDC to supervise such barbaric acts, for it to find expression in our curriculum is very disgusting. It is ungodly. It is against our family systems, and they should be condemned in no uncertain terms. In the lead up to the 2024 elections, and this is what makes it very funny, in the lead up to the 2024 elections, the NDC led a very strong campaign saying things that are untrue. They even impugn the integrity of the candidate of the MPP, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that a vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for homosexuality. Didn't they say that? Didn't the current Minister for Communication, he made these statements that a vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for homosexuality. When you go online, you find it there. These are not my words. These are not my words. In fact, the same minister again mentioned that President Mahama won't know peace until he signs this anti-gay bill. Is it not surprising to everyone that the NDC, who were vehement when they were in opposition, throwing tantrums and doing propaganda, saying that the NPP is a gay party, NPP, when they come into power again, they will promote these things? Are we not surprised today that the NDC, who championed this anti-gay bill, today they are in power and nothing has been done? And what is even sad is that they try to introduce this through the back door, okay, by way of higher educational systems, so that our children, our younger brothers and sisters who are in the various secondary schools, will be brainwashed with such barbaric acts. And you see, on one breath, my brother says, oh, these are allegations. On another breath, he admits that they could be genuine mistakes. Please, when you read the statement, the statement itself points out to the fact that these things were found in the initial curriculum. Okay, the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment. Go and read their document, Physical Education and Health for Senior High Schools, Year 2. When you read it clearly in their definition of gender, very disparaging. They define gender, they say, I'm reading, it refers to a person's deeply felt internal experience of gender, which may or may not correspond with the sex assigned at birth. Who are you to define gender to us? So today they are saying that what you feel, it is so annoying. They are saying that today gender is no more male or female, but what you feel. So today, if he wakes up and he feels that I feel I'm a woman, we should accept that. This is unacceptable to our culture. And so don't come and sit here and be promoting these things. Don't come and sit here and be trying to denigrate the integrity of Ghanaians. These are things we don't accept. President Akufo-Addo was clear when he was president. He said that LGBT will never happen under his watch. He said that. And so don't come and sit here and say, oh, President Akufo-Addo said, please. That is not true. It is so sad. Who are you to tell us what gender is? And how dare them introduce this into our curriculum? But for the intelligence of Reverend Ntim Fodjo, these things would have gone through and nobody would have known. And by the time your younger brother and sister, your younger sister comes back from school, she'll be telling that, oh, Sister Abena, now I'm a lady, but I feel like a man. So refer to me as a man. We need to condemn these things. Abena, we need to condemn them. Granted, we need to. Who gave them that authority to be putting these things in our curriculum to teach our kids such alien practices? As Joanne said, it was not in the curriculum. It was something that found itself into the manual, the teacher's manual. Abena, Ghanaians are not interested in you telling us that, oh, you know, when you want to develop the manual, you go through such tedious practices when you want to develop. We are not interested in that. What we are saying is that LGBT issues should never find expressions, whether in our textbooks or in our manual or in any form of teaching. That is what we are saying. And so the statement, you see, let us not be quick to dismiss the fact that these things were clearly stated in the year 2 physical education and health teacher manual of our senior high school. They were clearly defining gender for us. That now gender should include what a person feels. It is not only constrained to male and female. And we need to go. And let me even state that I am happy that he himself has admitted that he works there, is part of these processes. They should be brought to book. They should come and answer. Whoever supervised these things, and don't come and sit here and be shifting blame that it takes some years, so it might have been done during MPP. It is never true. It is never. Why then didn't we hear these things? Okay. Reverend Tim Fodjo was the Deputy Minister for Education. And you think people would have allowed these things to pass? It's their time. They have supervised the inclusion of such barbaric acts into our curriculum, and they've been caught red-handed. Okay. And so this is not the end of it. The fact that NACA has called back these manuals, many of which have been printed and been shared to the various senior high schools, shouldn't be the end of it. The Minister for Education himself, the directors of NACA, the workers over there, and the NDC party will have to answer for these things. And they need to commit to Ghanaians that from henceforth, the very things they campaigned on, the LGBT, which was one of their cardinal campaign points, that they will not allow it, of which Sam George, who is the Minister for Communications today, strongly said that his president, our president, President Mahama, will not know peace if he doesn't sign it. These are things we need to hold them accountable to. And so we even ask that where is the bill in the first place? Why have they gone silent on these things?
The bill, do you want to mention something at the beginning? Let's give him that being a part of the leadership. He says that what we pay attention to is the curriculum. As for the manual, that is why I asked them whether they do not go hand in hand. It is just supplementary. It supports the curriculum. And so if the curriculum is sacrosanct in itself, should we really bother ourselves about the manual? John, you can come in.
My sister, I hope you have water here. I think you have to give me water because his temperature, his temperature is high. I think you know the economy is doing well. The exchange rate is fine. Everybody is happy in Ghana. The NPP is virtually collapsing. So anything we have to do to divert our attention, that's what they will do. So you can see how passionate and whatever. I mean, you can clearly see that this is something the Met challenges matter. We have to hammer it every day. But my sister, when he was reading the statement, he just stopped at a very convenient point. Okay. The so-called statement that it was just a 3 statement too. It's not as if a whole chapter has been designed for this so-called homosexuality. So just 3 statements. You read one and stopped there. Let me just read the second one.
Let me hear you.
When he stopped, there is no assigned by birth. It can include being male, female, or a blend of both. This concept goes beyond the binary notion of gender, male and female, and recognize the diversity of gender experiences and expressions. My sister,
Mr. Boli,
the Minister of Education, NACA, everybody at that sector are very clear as far as this issue is concerned. And like I said, development of manual or curriculum is not a day's job. These things that he's saying has started under the Reverend, our respected Reverend. The NDC is very clear about homosexuality issues in this country. We will not sit down anywhere under this planet to tolerate anything of this nature. NACA has come out to issue a statement that these things could be genuine mistakes. The materials have been withdrawn. This more expression of motion, we want to adulterate our culture and whatever, we will not watch. Everybody in Ghana knows NDC's position on homosexuality in this country. He's saying that the president Nanado never said anywhere. He said that homosexuality is bound to happen in this country. That's the statement he made. President Mahama is very clear that it will not happen here. He never said that it is bound to happen. So these are clear differences between the leaders we have. So I think during lead up to 2024 election, all what the NDC was calling for was for Dr. Bawumia to come out and state his position as far as the homosexuality is concerned, which his boss said is bound to happen. That was what we were calling for. And I'm not sure he has even come out to say his position or his party position on this issue. So this issue of trying to cling to a statement, just one statement to say the NDC has introduced homosexuality, they have not still shown us the curriculum, the main curriculum. I just walked you through the development of curriculum and manual. The manual just to help the teacher. As we are here, don't you know the definition of gay or lesbian? By your own, don't you know? Does that make you a lesbian?
No.
So the fact that you know a definition by you are an adult, you know the definition, doesn't mean that the child is forced to learn that thing. NACA has come out to issue a statement. Let's all respect it. Unless, of course, they are telling us during their time, they hold NACA's hand and say, if you are developing a curriculum, it said this, do this. That one we can give them some credit for polluting our state institutions. NACA is a professional body. Before you develop any curriculum for anybody, kindergarten, primary, GSS, SS, university, is NACA who has to supervise it. They have language experts, they have external reviewers, some within and outside the country who go through to verify that
but
this thing that
if it goes through all of these processes, how did NACA miss it? Something that raises a lot of BP for Ghanaians. When you mention anything LGBTQ, it's like a majority of Ghanaians want to go overboard. And so how did NACA miss this small thing within the manual? What happened? Who slept on the job?
Nobody slept on the job. It was a correction we are doing from their time.
From their time, from the NPPs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have seen it. We are happy. Until then, when you raise even objection to some of these, they will just brush it aside. But this is a listening government. State institutions are up and doing. They realize that this thing, even if indeed it happened, no, it is not, it shouldn't be the case. They withdraw the material and that settles the matter. As you said, they will talk about it the whole month. So, as far as we are concerned, NACA is proactive. NACA is professional body. Professor Berkwen and his team very active. I've been working with them 24/7 to develop a curriculum in this country. So nobody will sit anywhere and impugn their integrity. No.
So we shouldn't hold it against them.
No.
Manasseh, let me give you 30 seconds to give me your final words on this.
You see, Abna, everybody in this country heard when President Akufo-Addo then said that LGBT will not happen under his watch. Okay, so please don't come and sit here and say that Akufo-Addo said he was, and he made sure that these things didn't happen. That is one. Two, you are saying that everybody knows the position of the NDC when it comes to these homosexuality issues, and yet you sleep on the job, yet under your administration you supervise the expression of such barbaric acts into our secondary school curriculum. How then do you get the confidence to come and sit here and be defending? It doesn't matter whether it is textbook. This is teacher's manual. Abena, whether it is teacher's manual or not, it doesn't have to find expression in there. That is what we are saying. Don't come and sit here and it is the teacher's manual. So don't come and sit here and trivialize the issue. That is my worry. And he says, hey, look at how passionate I am talking about the LGBT issues. Yes, I am very passionate. Because per my upbringing and per yours and every Ghanaian, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a traditionalist, thankfully enough, all of these three strong religions do not entertain homosexuality. And so you see how you are trivializing these things. We are beginning to doubt where you even stand concerning these matters. And let me state unequivocally that Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you are saying that he should come and declare his stance. Dr. Bawumia came out to declare his stance on these LGBT issues. In fact, when you go online, Ghana Web, it is there clearly. I cannot support what my religion unequivocally forbids. Dr. Bawumia speaks on LGBT stance. This is dated 11th April 2024. So Dr. Bawumia was clear in engaging Ghanaians, telling us that he is a Muslim, and so what his religion definitely disapproves of, he cannot come and approve of saying. And so don't come and sit here and be impugning this and be shifting blames. The bottom line is that those who slept on their jobs should be fired. We will not countenance such barbaric acts for them to find expression in our curriculum. How dare you teach our children some of these things? It should never happen again. The Minister of Education, you and your leaders at NACA, all of you would have questions to answer. You need to come demonstrate good faith to Ghanaians, and otherwise from henceforth you'll be introducing some of these things into teacher's manual. Don't come and tell us that teacher's manual is not compulsory, you can decide not to. We are not interested in that. Don't put those things there. Don't come and tell us that today, gender can improve. They should be guided with the way they are dealing with Ghanaians, and Ghanaians should rise up against these things.
Okay, but your
definitely. Thank you very much.
Joanne, they said that all of you must answer to this.
Yeah, we are not trivializing this issue to the extent that NACA has come out with a statement to say that the materials have been withdrawn. It shows how serious we have taken this issue. So, let your BP calm down. We are a very serious party. We are a very serious government, and we will not allow some of these things to come out and be taught in our secondary school. Okay. And we are very clear about it.
All right. Yonu, thank you. When I say thank you, you want to speak.
You see,
but I've given you enough time. When I say,
if NACA had called for these things, that is fine. So why don't you, in your humble state, admit that these things have been done and demonstrate due diligence to Ghanaians that from henceforth, that is not acceptable. Don't make that statement. It is never true. It is never true. These things happen. Everybody knows. Don't shift the goalpost. Today, NDC is in power, and we are seeing under MPP. We didn't see these things. Today and the NDC, it is finding expression, and we have caught you. We have caught you. So please deal with it. All right, we want to see that going forward. We don't see these things in our curriculum. Don't go and teach our children in some of these things. You don't have the authority to do that. It is not acceptable. Don't do that.
I want to thank the member of the NPP and Joanne Boli, Acting Deputy Executive Director of Operations for the Complementary Education Agency. I'm very interested in this agency. We'll be looking forward to what more they will be doing and what they do for our education sector. Very, very important in this country. But gentlemen, I'm so grateful that you came. Thank you for bringing me some very interesting conversation. Thank you.
Many thanks, Madam.
But NPP, we look forward to seeing what you do with Professor Frimpong Boateng and Manasseh and Jono. I look forward to seeing you frequently in studio. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. But that's all for our main discussion this morning on ABC in the Morning. I'll take a quick break, very quick one. When I return, 0539161609 is the number you'll call and share your thoughts on Ghana Speaks. It's your voice that matters, and your voice alone I want to hear at this point. And so after this break, I'll speak with you. Stay with me.
The highlights, the date, the event, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, We are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Rent back with the Pia Upacha. Come on, come see you. Wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telestar Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telestar Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telestar Play app to obtain and start winning in the Telestar Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When is campaign? If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto etiaka. Inti ene, uno ba no mpe baby amobeda. Oh no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your team data guy on the Talking Points. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC, as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Hey, so mommy, who is going to do my day jollof?
Oh, Kwame. You know our secret, right?
Yeah.
Yes, me. I've got it.
Now add your Chino jollof mix.
The perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time. And there you have it, your original Ghana jollof.
Jollof so cool.
Jollof so cool. Tasty me.
What is going on here?
Enjoy jollof the Ghana way. Gino jollof is made with a perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. This is ABC in the morning. It's time to hear your voice. Ghana Speak 053-916-1609. 053-916-1609. Call and share your thoughts with us. I'd love so much to hear from you. Share your thoughts on all of the conversations we've been having today. We looked at road safety earlier on Front Story. What do we do on our end or from our end as road users to ensure that the road is safe? You can call us and share your thoughts with us on that. We also looked at the Pandai elections dispute that is in court at the moment. We've taken a look at the internal tensions within the NPP and also NACA withdrawing the teacher's manual that contained bits and pieces of some LGBTQ information, sort of promoting LGBTQ. You can share your thoughts with us. I'd love so much to hear from you. 053-916-1609. 053-916-1609. Please call and share your thoughts with us. Let me hear what you two have to say on the conversations we are having today on ABC in the morning. Call us and share your thoughts with us. The number is on your screens There's a message from Teacher Kujo Tepenine Susu. MPP members like to talk and destroy the party too much. If those of you who have obtained positions in the party talk like this, what will a roadside supporter say? We should learn from the NDC. Have you seen them commenting on Sedina Tamaklo, who has run away from justice? Have you heard of any extradition made for her? Professor from Boateng and Honorable Eugene Boache must keep quiet, and he sends greetings to Dr. Baumia, Honorable Eric Nana Jiman Prempe MP for Hafano North, and Chairman Odeneho Kwekwapia Koka. Okay, Akiapim just responds to Teacher Kujo Tepenyinesusu's comment. Teacher Kujo, thank you for your comments there. Let's hear what you two have to say. 053 9161609 9161609. Please share your thoughts with us. Share your thoughts with us. Would love to hear from you what you make of the conversations we are having today on ABC in the morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, okay. 053 9161609 053 9161609. I'd love so much to hear from you. Please share your thoughts with us, and let's appreciate what you two have to say on the conversations we are having today. 053 9161609. When you call us, kindly turn down the volume of your TV so that we can appreciate what you two have to say on the conversations. Very soon I'll bring you the latest in the world of sports. Eugene Oforisoti is on hand to bring us that. But before that, let me hear you. Let me hear what you have to say. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh, please, when you come, don't be in a haste to go. Kindly wait and let me speak with you. I'd love so much to hear from you. 053 9161609 053 9161609. Please call and share your thoughts with us. Kindly call and share your thoughts with us. Would love so much to hear from you. 053 9161609. Kindly share your thoughts with us on the conversations that we are having here on ABC in the morning. Would love so much to hear from you. Share your thoughts with us. As NACA has withdrawn this teacher manual, is that enough? Should we just let it? Does it settle the case? Does it calm the waters? Or you belong to the school that says that we should continue on it? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, but good morning.
Good morning, yes. Your first and now can say free here.
But your friend me akwesi apia. But you can kakla.
Me pacho to me ketri akwesi etio.
Okay. My sister almost say almost the LGBTQ plus ba SHS. But you no clear na. Akwesi
manual teacher for no ehwe so ede boa omo ade trend mu ene ye say kakra bi be fa mu enso committee na wo hwe ma ye tretre sa nyoma no say omo release statement omo say omo ayi afi mu omo withdraw all of these manuals enti enye say e ba betre LGBTQ school mu.
Okay, mate. Anke dey am e friend me mani na abefi.
Oh, ma wunya school dey hu hia ma wo manage school mu.
Okay, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's it. And yes, you are no. Bibi ni ayebebo ho nkomo. Also, that is Akwesi sharing his thoughts on this matter. You too, let us hear what you have to say on the 053 9161609 053 9161609. Share your thoughts with us and let's appreciate what you have to say on these conversations we're having. Let's hear what you have to say on the conversations we have been having here on ABC in the morning. Hello, good morning. Rather unfortunate, I seem to be losing my callers, but hopefully tomorrow you get to call and share your thoughts with us. As our time is fast spent, let me quickly bring you the latest in the world of sports right after this break.
Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes, so what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
Gino Magic Pepper and Onion. A delicious tomato mix with tomato, pepper and onion. No grinding, no blending. Ya yenina da da da. So pa mediane no abin.
Come on, Gino, do your magic.
And papa no kunu abefi.
Tasty magic.
And your daddy trying to kiss keke.
Gino Magic Pepper and Onion. The magic that brings them home.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. You're still watching ABC in the morning. It's time for the latest in the world of sports. Eugene Oforisoti joined me here. Eugene, yesterday you said that there were going to be a couple of pre-match presses.
Yeah. Yes. So that was done, and usually the pre-match presses are done 24 hours before the game. So that means that the games are coming on today. So the semi-finals of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations will take place today. One game will be at 5 p.m. and the second game will be at 8 p.m. So there you have it. Senegal, who are the AFCON 2021 champions, will be taking on record champions of the AFCON, 7-time winners, the Pharaohs of Egypt, in the first game. And then at 8 p.m., the Super Eagles of Nigeria take on the Atlas Lions of Morocco, who are the host nation. So two big games coming up tonight, and so we would be able to know which teams will make it to the final on Sunday, and then which teams will subsequently make it to the third place player, which will be on Saturday. So the AFCON will be ending this weekend, but first off, the semi-finals. Let's also have a look at the top scorers for this year's AFCON. We know that already Brahim Diaz is leading the list with 5 goals, and then Mohamed Salah as well with 4 goals, and then Victor Osimhen as well currently with 4 goals at the AFCON. So away from the top scorers, let's head to the presses that were held yesterday. Let's start from the Super Eagles camp. Their head coach is Eric Shell. Well, the big news for the game is that Super Eagles skipper, their captain, Wilfred Ndidi, who has been one of the linchpins for them in midfield, will miss today's game against Morocco. Let's hear from head coach Eric Shell when he gave that notification at the presser.
Disappointed for him, because he brings so much for the team, but we are a group. There is some very good player. We are in the pitch and we wait a chance to show something that they can bring us. So I'm very confident about that. So just I have to do a choice between some player.
Well, so that was the Super Eagles coach, Eric Shell, speaking about the absence of Wilfred Ndidi, and he says, well, you have other players who would cover them. He also spoke about the tactical approach that he's going to be employing against Morocco.
Comme je l'ai dit, là déjà, je vais.
As I said,
pour moi, je trouve que mon groupe est fatigué.
Earlier.
Donc il va. Dans cet état d'esprit,
so they will need to rest and regroup.
C'est-à-dire Ouais, on va peut-être jouer, on va peut-être essayer de laisser la balle
we may have to allow Morocco to dictate the tempo, allow them to have possession.
C'était un peu difficile. Quand ils étaient dans contre une équipe qui jouait bloc bas.
Difficult.
On va sûrement commencer comme ça et puis on verra au cours
We are losing the floor, it's breaking.
Et ensuite,
so we'll have to decide on how we will behave later on. But we played 2 days ago.
Hier, un voyage pour Rabat. Il faut que je fasse attention. C'est pas commencer le match.
So we will simply need to be careful.
Tel ou tel joueur est fatigué.
We won't. We have to be very.
So there you have it. The Super Eagles coach Eric Shell says he will cede possession to the Moroccans because his players are actually tired from the whole tournament's games are now taking a toll on his players, and so he will cede possession to the Moroccans and then hope to pounce on a counter-attacking situation. Let's see how that will pan out. But let's hear from the Super Eagles midfielder Alexander Iwobi. He currently plays for Fulham in the English Premier League alongside the Super Eagles. He's having a tournament of his life. This is his 10th year in the national team, and he's one of the key players who have performed very well for the Super Eagles. He was asked the key to his success and why the team are making it to their second consecutive AFCON semi-final appearance.
We did well against Algeria. We respect every opponent. Algeria was very good, but I'm excited with the challenge we have tomorrow. But we'll prepare and hopefully we'll be ready for the game. For me, I feel like the difference is the sense of brotherhood, the family environment that we've created for each other. Of course, the previous AFCONs we've done really well. The team have been so strong, but at the same time, the team was young and we were learning about each other. I feel like right now everybody's entering their prime. Everyone's doing well respectfully for their clubs, and you can see the joy and the chemistry that we have when we're playing for our country. I mean, it's not just on the pitch, also off the pitch. Everybody's like, there's a big unity, there's a big family, and it starts from the coach as well as the players. Like, he's brought that brotherhood, and it's nice because it's like we're one big family, and you can see on the pitch that we're fighting for each other.
Well, let's move away from Alexander Iwobi to the Atlas Lions of Morocco, who are the host nation. Let's hear from their head coach, Walid Regragui. Remember that he was the one who ensured that Africa has now made it to the last 4 of the World Cup. He did that at the 2022 World Cup, and is now also ensured that Morocco have reached the semi-final of the AFCON. So 2 semi-final places in major international competitions for Morocco under Walid Regragui. He says, well, the Moroccan job is a job of pressure. He spoke about that at the pre-match presser.
But it's good. It's from you. Look, in my country is like this. You need to accept when you are the coach of national team of Morocco. Every result you have a critics. Is true. I do my best for my country every time. Maybe I do a mistake sometimes because every coach he do a mistake in his life and is like this. Me, I'm stay focused with my team is what is important. I fight for my country and the critique every time. What I say to my player, I can fight about this. What is important is what he do in the pitch. When he wins the game, he helped me a lot because when you have only 4 defeats in 3 years and a half and you make Morocco in semi-final in the World Cup and semi-final in the AFCON, normally nobody can speak, but in Morocco it's different. You win on his spoke. It's like.
So there you have it, Walid Regragui. Just 4 losses in 3.5 years, and he's under pressure because of some of his post-match or pre-match comments on the team and then the supporters. Well, he also said he spoke about possible conversations of being sacked if the Moroccans fail to make it to the final and win their first trophy since the 1970s. Let's hear from him on whether he's under pressure to win or whether he fears he will be sacked before the World Cup.
To beat the Super Eagles tomorrow, you might get to lose your job.
No. Oh, of course, but in two parts. Huh? Not only me. Huh? Every coach, when he have this job, he need to prepare for this. But it's not my mindset. Never. I'm here for to make the best squad in the pitch, to help my player, and to do the best for to be happy my country and the fans, and what to try to do tomorrow. If I'm going with this spirit, never I do this job. I'm not afraid about.
Well, so Walid Regragui says he's not afraid of being sacked. He's optimistic that he would beat the Super Eagles and reach their first final since in a long time, and they finally win Morocco's second ever AFCON trophy. Well, finally on Walid Regragui, he's calling on the home crowd to sort of intimidate the Nigerians or give the Moroccans full support so as to spare the players on to glory.
No, the importance of the fans is what I say. You make your opponent different. Cameroon is coming maybe with a confidence. You have one of the players. He said he's like to Dortmund fans, but it's a big mistakes he do. When we play in Morocco, you have only Moroccan fans. You don't play in Dortmund and in Madrid, and this stadium is difficult for every opponent. And you feel this only when you are in the pitch. And I hope tomorrow the Moroccan fans he do his best for he show.
Well, so that is Walid Regragui there. So Morocco take on Nigeria at 8 p.m. and then at 5 p.m. the Teranga Lions of Senegal would take on the Pharaohs of Egypt. So Mohamed Salah versus his former teammate Sadio Mane there. Well, let's move away from the AFCON conversations.
Ghanaian referee is officiating Nigeria.
So Daniel Ni Ayilaye, he has refed in the Ghana Premier League.
But what is this I see about concerns about not being in favor of Nigeria?
So I think it's just paranoia from the Nigerians, because first of all, they believe that a lot of Ghanaians on social media say they don't want Nigerians to win because one, if Nigerians win the AFCON, they will equalize Ghana's four AFCON stars, and means that remember that they would now be the defending champions, and Ghana will be going to the World Cup. We are not even sure if Ghana will win the World Cup, so Nigerians will have one of us for a long time. So I think that's the thing. So once a Ghanaian is officiating the game, then they are afraid. And I'm sure also the Nia Eli didn't help himself in terms of he was in charge of the VAR when Morocco took on Cameroon in the last match. Some of the decisions VAR took was quite problematic. It's mind-boggling if he saw some of the things we saw on TV, which of course he saw, and took certain decisions he took. So I'm sure that is why they are quite apprehensive. Then the other thing is that a South African is the assistant referee.
Okay. Now
so a Ghanaian is the main referee, a South African is the assistant referee, and then they are playing against the host nation.
I would have thought that Nigeria would be comfortable having a Ghanaian referee, because like I saw on social media, somebody said between Ghana and Morocco, and between Nigeria and Morocco, the Ghanaian referee would be more. But again, it's professional, so I wasn't expecting anybody to play. But I get the tensions between Nigeria and South Africa. Let's take Ghana out
because they were in the World Cup qualifying group, and South Africa advanced as the topmost team, the first team in that group. So there's a bit of tension.
It makes sense why they're apprehensive. But I want to trust the professionalism of the coach and of the referee, especially as you said that everybody wants to move from AFCON to
and for Danny, he would love to be at the World Cup. So I'm sure on such a big game where the whole world will be watching, because these are top stars on both sides. A lot of big players play for Morocco. A lot of big players play for Nigeria, so the whole world will be watching that game, and so I'm sure that is what the whole world's eyes will be on that. And so as a referee, you need to be on top of your game, and you need to display some gravitas and control of the game, command over all players, and hopefully Danoni Ailai will be able to do that. This is his second game of the AFCON. His first game was when Algeria took on Burkina Faso. So he has ref for a few of the our neighbors. He ref when Burkina Faso took on Algeria, and now he's refereeing the game when our noisy West African, not so close neighbors, but the Nigerians take on Morocco. And from the Ghanaian perspective, he's the only one hoisting the flag of Ghana. I think Kwesi Appiah and Ignatius Osefusu were the only ones who were, in terms of the technical team, they were the Ghanaians. Then this referee is in charge in terms of officiating, and then some Ghanaian commentators. Ajiman Bedu is on Super Sport as a co-commentator, and I think the Ghanaian contingent of Jordan Ajo Jr. and Philip Sijope are the other ones in terms of commentary. So we have, since our Black Stars failed to do the needful, other professionals are also doing the job there. But well, away from the African football stories, but still on the national team duty, Ghana international Antoine Semenyo is up and running in Manchester City. He scored on his debut in over the weekend in the 10-1 win over Exeter City in the FA Cup, and then the Carabao Cup yesterday night. He scored again as Manchester City beat Newcastle United by 2-0. Let's take the highlights and then